asked my mother, will you teach me her songs?
Hi, my name is Jasmine Chen. I am a second-generation Taiwanese and Singaporean immigrant. Grew up in Toronto, but now I'm here in Richmond. Essentially, after my grandmother passed away in 2012, I realized how little I knew about her because of the language barrier. I spent a lot of time with her growing up, and she would cook for my sister and I every day after school, so we spent a lot of time together, and I really cherish those memories. But I realized as an adult that there was so much of her life story that I just had no idea because I couldn't ask her those questions. This was the only song I could remember that my grandmother taught me after she died, and it's about a little snail that is climbing up a tree.
我们牵一棵葡萄树，绿的刚发芽，蜗牛背着重重的壳呀，一步一步地往上爬。
There's a quote in the show where she says that generation is hush hush. They don't talk about things like that. So especially in regards to, intergenerational trauma, often the response is, oh no, like we don't talk about that. That happened a long time ago. But what I found is in actually learning about those things and talking about those things, I had such a greater understanding and appreciation for my mother and my grandmother.
So how is your Mandarin now?
It's still, I feel like I'm still kind of learning how to walk. It's interesting because when I'm performing this show, it's not like that happened so long ago, even though it's been a process of writing it over several years, I'm still in the struggle, like I'm getting notes every day in terms of pronunciation. So the whole piece is kind of about that vulnerability and the awkwardness and the clumsiness and feeling like, oh God, am I dishonoring my ancestors? But it's that process of, okay, well, you have to start somewhere. And even though, I'm in my mid-30s now, it's still better than not starting at all.
Like, she's very active, very playful, make kids very happy. 她不是那种凶很 strict， 她会给小孩很开心。
My name is Derek Chan, Tangaho in Cantonese, and I am the director of Jade Circle.
What kind of conversations did you have with Jasmine about the production?
Oh, we have had conversations ranging from starting with even where we come from and also who we come from. That's really important to Jasmine in this story, especially when she's talking about her relationship to her mother tongue and then her mother and her mother's mother. So me and Jasmine and the rest of the team, to a very great extent, we talked a lot about our family's history and our relationship with our family's languages and how we even get here. This is another thing that Jasmine and I talked quite a bit about when we imagine who we want to come to the theater to see the show. And we both really want multi-generational audiences. This is a space for families to experience Jasmine's family story, but also to think about their own family stories. We can show to our elders and our seniors that, hey, we do think that your stories matter and they're not nothing. None of these is nothing.
If your grandmother was here and could speak English, how would you explain the show to her?
Oh, I would say that it's really a tribute to her, and it's, oh gosh, I'm gonna get emotional, but just a way to honor her and the hardships that she went through and everything that she survived to be able to give my mother a good life and in turn my sister and I a good life, yeah.